How much do you trust the universe? Really? Wholeheartedly? Just a little bit? Or only when you want something? The truth is, most people struggle a lot with trusting the universe. But in this episode today, you're going to learn how to do that easily. Let's get into the episode. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to another episode of the Soul-Led Millionaire. I am so excited to bring you this episode today. It was actually requested by quite a few people who messaged me after last week's episode and shared that they too have difficulty trusting the universe. Like I shared that I had quite a challenge. And they wanted to know how to do it. How did I do it? So I figured, why not create this episode today? So, in talking about trusting the universe, it is quite a journey, right? If you haven't grown up in an environment where practicing faith was a dominant skill or a dominant practice, then it makes sense why you don't have that faith and trust now. Now, obviously, I know you probably believe in yourself, you believe in others, but when it comes to believing in the universe, believing in a power greater than you, it can really feel like you have been forgotten, you have been left behind, that the universe does not care about you, and it is not going to bestow any kind of blessing onto your life at all. But this is so beyond not true. Okay, love? It is not true. And I'm going to share with you why. And then in this episode, I'm also going to share with you how you can actually start taking steps to develop a trusting relationship with the universe. So my first question to you is this: how do you build trust? Like, let's make it really simple. Take it back to basics. How do you build trust with someone or with something? Usually through connection, through repetitive interaction, through communication, through relationship, right? So when we flip it back over to working with the universe, are you doing that? More often than not, the question that's going to come back is, but the universe isn't a person. How do you build a relationship with an entity that doesn't actually exist in physical matter, but is everywhere around us in terms of energy? Well, how you do that is through your vibration, through your energetic frequency, and through your presence, through your attention. Now, that can seem kind of odd, depending on who you are and how you've been raised. But the truth is, if you look at how you've been working with the universe, whether you've been trying to manifest something or you've just been trying to build a deeper connection with the universe, you may notice that you've had a hit it and quit it kind of attitude towards it, especially if you're coming from the manifestation perspective. It's like an in and out energy. You're only showing up when you want something, dipping out when you either don't, or you've been trying to manifest something and it didn't happen and now you're angry and feel like the universe isn't on your side. If that's you, if you're feeling super called out right now, it's totally okay. I was the same, 100% the same. But what I want you to understand about that is the universe doesn't have feelings. It doesn't care that you're coming in and out and inconsistent and sporadic with your energy and with your attention and presence and vibration. It's just reflecting back to you what you are a match for. So that hit it and quit it, in and out energy, inconsistency, the only showing up when you want something, then dipping out, that energy is getting reflected back to you from the universe. So it makes a lot of sense why it would feel like the universe has bailed on you, why it's not showing up for you, why it's not coming through for you, why it doesn't seem to be working out for you, because it's reflecting your own energy back to you. Now, isn't that quite an eye-opener when you realize, oh, it's me. Oh yeah, it's me who's doing this. Right, so I've been inconsistent, so the universe is inconsistent. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, I do not want you feeling bad or feeling guilty or feeling like you've done something wrong. You haven't. We don't know what we don't know, right? We don't recognize something until someone shines a light on it or someone holds a mirror up in front of you. But now that you know that this is quite possibly what you have been doing and why it's been mirrored back to you from the universe, now we can do something about it. Now we can take steps to counterbalance this. And how do we do that? We begin a relationship with the universe. So, I have 5 steps I want to share with you today on how to develop that relationship. And if you follow even one of these steps, it will bring you closer to cultivating that deep trust and faith in the universe. But I do want to reiterate, it does take time. Like any relationship, it takes time to build that trust and faith. So you have to be willing to stay in the relationship, even when it feels like things are not moving, even when it feels like it's not listening. You have to be willing to stay in that relationship. Moving into the 5 steps, the first step to building trust and faith with the universe is getting present. What I mean by getting present is you are not living in the future. You're not worrying about what is to come in the future or dreaming about what you want in the future. You're not living in the past, worrying about what happened in the past, dreaming about what happened in the past. You are 100% in the present. Because in the present is the only thing that is actually happening. It's the only thing that's real. And there are so many things to delight in these moments. And that's what I mean about getting present, is to spend time delighting in moments that tickle you. And it doesn't have to be massive moments or profound moments like watching a sunset or walking through the forest, although those are things that instantly connect you to the universe. It is taking the moment to delight in making a cup of tea or making yourself a coffee and sitting on the couch and sipping it. It's sitting at your desk and looking over your schedule for the day. It is petting your cat or your dog or your iguana. It is taking a moment to appreciate the person sitting across from you at the table, or watching your kids completely immersed in their own little world. It is in these moments, the present moment, where you will find that deep connection with the universe. It's not off in the future and it's not in the past. It's right now. And you can delight in moments anytime you want. For instance, right now I'm looking around my office. I can see decor and some books that I've been reading, and I really love these particular books that I've bought recently. They make me feel more of how I want to feel. They're also teaching me things I didn't know anything about. And I love that there are people who have written these books in this time for people like me to find out this information. I think about how wonderful it is to have access to this knowledge and also to be able to implement it. What a beautiful reality that is. You can delight in anything. So I challenge you to find 3 things to delight in today. The second step is to include the universe in your day-to-day life. So there's a few different ways that you can do this depending on what's going on for you, what you've got on for the day. But this reminds me of a young girl I used to nanny when in my early 20s. And her family was a religious family. They were Catholic. She had 2 other siblings. But this young girl used to talk to God all the time. She would write letters and ask how he was and what he was up to today. And I would hear her talking to him while she was in her room, while she was playing with her dolls. It was just a constant conversation of like friends catching up and talking away. And I found it so sweet and so beautiful to hear her have this connection with God. And so when you're thinking about developing faith and trust in the universe, I want you to start including the universe in your day-to-day life. Start conversations. When I was younger, I used to talk to, I guess you would call them spirit guides or angels. And as I grew up, There were many different ones for many different seasons of my life. And in these conversations, I found that I had great insights. There was great advice that came through, great lessons that I learned through these conversations. So I want you to start a conversation. Ask for the universe to be with you as you go about your day. Maybe you've got a big thing coming up, a big project. Maybe you're scared of something that's coming up. It's making you anxious. It's making you worried. Maybe you're trying to ask for a raise. Maybe you're about to run a promotion in your business, one that you've never run before. Maybe you're about to have a really difficult conversation with a loved one. Whatever it is, ask for the universe to be with you and ask for the highest possible outcome to happen that benefits everyone. And watch how magic happens when you bring it along with you. Step 3 is to remember how the universe has already come through for you. We are so easy to discredit the universe the moment we feel like something has gone wrong or our expectations have been let down. And we immediately disregard all of the blessings we have received up until that point. All of the things that happened as if almost by magic that were perfectly orchestrated for you. We completely discredit and discount them. And what I want you to do is start to remember everything that has happened. Everything that your universe has come through for you. Everything that happened that you could not have made happen if you tried. Everything that's happened that grace created, right? Where grace filled the gaps, where grace was essentially the core element of this thing coming through for you. The best way to do this is to write out a list of your blessings, but also to write out a list of your lessons. Maybe something didn't come through for you and you learned a very important lesson from that and have grown from it, or something better came through. Write this list and keep it on you so that you don't forget and so you're not easy to dismiss how much the universe has shown up for you already. The 4th step is to meditate. But when you meditate, the connection and vibrational frequency that you're emitting helps you connect a lot clearly and a lot strongly with the universe. So in this place of meditation, it's always great to have a conversation, to talk with the universe, but it's also a great place to hand things over, hand things back to the universe that you were never meant to carry on your own, that the universe loves taking off your shoulders. And those are things like worries, anxieties, fears, doubts, things you can't figure out, things you don't know how to do, things that are making you excessively stressed. All of these things were never meant for you to carry. You were meant to always hand these over. They were not for you to hold. Your only job is to live and breathe and express yourself in beautiful ways. And so, what I recommend doing is starting a meditation practice. And it just so happens that I am launching my own meditation albums very soon. And one of those albums is specifically catered to building trust and faith in the universe, building that connection with the universe. If that is a dynamic you would love to create with the universe, then I invite you to join the waitlist to be notified when they go on pre-sale. Step 5 in building trust and faith with the universe is through prayer. But there are many different ways to pray. You can pray through your journal, through writing. You can speak it while you're driving. There is no set location you need to be in order to pray. It is just about the moment and what is coming up for you and what you are needing assistance with. So a simple way to start off would obviously be universe, or angels, guides, spirits, God, or whoever you pray to. Help me to trust when I'm afraid. Help me to have faith when I'm in doubt. Help me to see your work when I am blind. Help me to rest in your peace and grace. Help me to release and transform all that no longer serves me. Help me to locate and remove every limiting thought, habit, or behavior that is not of the highest good for my life or for the world. I ask for your guidance and direction. I ask for your strength and courage. Speak to me and through me. Help me to forgive and love and inspire. And thank you for seeing me. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for your wisdom and grace. Thank you for your protection and love. Thank you for your guidance. Amen. Give me something simple like that. So, whenever you are trying to build this relationship with the universe, I always encourage you to try one of these 5 steps. These are my favorite 5 steps of how to work with the universe, how to build that connection, how to build that relationship. And you can't go wrong even if you just do one of these. So my love, I hope you enjoyed this episode today. I would love to know which out of these 5 steps you want to try in order to build your trust and faith with the universe. Come over to Instagram and DM me. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon.